Hey guys, welcome back to Healthy Being. If you're over 50 and you've ever woken up wondering where your energy or that spark in the bedroom went, you're not alone. I'm a urologist, and I've seen so many men think their best days are gone, only to turn things around with a few simple tweaks. Today, I'm diving into the first of three game-changing vitamins that can recharge your vitality, boost your confidence, and get things working like they used to. Let's talk about vitamin D3. It's not just a vitamin, it's a powerhouse for men's health. You might know vitamin D3 as the sunshine vitamin, and yeah, it's great for your bones, but here's the real deal. It's a total game changer for your performance. Research shows guys with low D3 levels are way more likely to deal with erectile dysfunction.
Why?
Because D3 doesn't just sit there like a regular vitamin. It acts like a hormone, cranking up your testosterone production. That's the fuel for your drive, your stamina, and that feeling of being ready for action. Plus, it keeps your blood vessels flexible, so blood flows strong and steady exactly where you need it. Here's the kicker. Over 60% of men over 50 are running low on D3, and most don't even know it. Our modern lives are stacked against us. Spending all day indoors, living in places with less sunlight, or even carrying a bit of extra belly fat can mess with your body's ability to make or use D3. That extra fat actually traps the vitamin, leaving you with lower testosterone, weaker circulation, and erections that just aren't as reliable as they used to be. It's like your body's engine is running on empty. So, how do you fix it? It's simple, but you've got to do it right. Vitamin D3 is fat-soluble, which means it needs some healthy fats to soak into your system properly. Take it with breakfast, think eggs, avocado, maybe a splash of olive oil on your toast. That fat helps your body grab onto the D3 and put it to work. Morning's the best time because D3 has a subtle energizing effect, and taking it late might mess with your sleep. Stick with this for a few weeks, and you'll likely notice your focus sharpening, your mood lifting, and yes, a real boost in the bedroom. It's like flipping a switch to bring back that morning energy and confidence. I've had patients come in feeling sluggish, moody, and frustrated, only to see them light up after getting their D3 levels right. It's not magic, it's your body responding to the fuel it's been missing. We're diving into the second game changer, vitamin B12. This little nutrient is like the secret weapon you didn't know you needed to keep your energy high, your nerves sharp, and your performance strong. Let's get into why B12 is such a big deal and how to use it to feel like your best self again. Picture your body like a high-performance car. Your nerves are the wiring that makes everything run smoothly, especially the signals that control your drive and bedroom performance. Vitamin B12 is what keeps those wires tight and firing fast. When your B12 levels are low, those signals get fuzzy, and you might notice things like weaker erections, slower reactions, or even feeling like you're stuck in first gear. I've seen guys come into my office complaining about low energy, trouble focusing, or intimacy just not clicking the way it used to. Often, it's a B12 deficiency sneaking up on them, and they don't even realize it. Here's why this happens. As you hit your 50s and beyond, your body doesn't absorb B12 from food as well as it used to. Your stomach produces less acid, which you need to pull B12 out of things like steak, eggs, or fish. So, even if you're eating all the right stuff, you might still be running low. And the signs can be sneaky. Tingling in your hands or feet, brain fog that no amount of coffee fixes, or just feeling wiped out by mid-afternoon. Worst of all, those weak nerve signals can make it harder for your body to respond when the moment calls for it, leaving you frustrated and wondering what's going wrong. But B12 does more than just keep your nerves in check. It's also the key to powering up your red blood cells. Think of these as the delivery trucks that carry oxygen to every part of your body, your muscles, your brain, and yes, down below. When your red blood cells are strong, you've got the stamina to keep going, whether you're hitting the gym or enjoying a night with your partner. Low B12 means less oxygen, and that can tank your endurance and performance. I've had patients tell me they felt like they were dragging through the day until they got their B12 levels up, and suddenly they're back to feeling ready for anything. There's another reason B12 is so critical. It keeps a nasty compound called homocysteine in check. When B12 is low, homocysteine builds up, and this stuff is like poison for your arteries. It makes them stiff and narrow, choking off blood flow. That's bad news for your heart, and even worse for your erections, because those delicate blood vessels need to stay open and flexible to work their magic. High homocysteine is like rust clogging your pipes, and it's a silent problem that can creep up without you noticing until things start to break down. So, How do you make sure you're getting enough B12 to keep your nerves firing, your stamina up, and your arteries clear? Here's the trick. Don't rely on pills alone, especially as you age. Your gut might not absorb them well, so go for sublingual B12, drops, or tablets that dissolve under your tongue. This lets the vitamin slip straight into your bloodstream, bypassing your stomach entirely. It's like giving your body a direct shot of energy. Take it first thing in the morning, and it's like flipping on the power switch for your day. You'll feel sharper, more alert, and ready to tackle whatever comes your way. I've seen guys transform in just a few weeks with this approach. One patient came in feeling foggy and sluggish, barely making it through the day without a nap. After starting sublingual B12, he was back to his old self, clear-headed, energized, and noticing a real difference in the bedroom. It's not just about feeling better. It's about your body working the way it's supposed to. For some men with really low levels, B12 injections can be a total game changer, but talk to your doctor to see if that's right for you. Here's the bottom line. B12 is like the spark plug for your nervous system and energy levels. Get it right, and you're not just boosting your performance, you're sharper, stronger, and more confident all day long. Stick with us on Healthy Being for the next video, where we'll talk about vitamin K2 and how it teams up with D3 and B12 to keep your arteries young and your vitality high. We covered how vitamin D3 boosts your testosterone and circulation, and how B12 powers your nerves and stamina. Go check those out after this, because today we're diving into the final piece of the puzzle, vitamin K2. This is the one most guys have never heard of, but trust me, it's a total game changer for keeping your arteries healthy and your bedroom game strong. Let's get into it. Imagine your arteries as the highways that carry blood to every part of your body. When they're clear and flexible, everything runs smoothly, your heart stays strong, your energy's high, and your erections are reliable. But over time, calcium can start building up in those arteries, forming hard plaques that act like roadblocks. Those plaques stiffen your blood vessels and choke off circulation, especially to the smallest, most delicate ones, like those down below. That's right, weak blood flow is one of the biggest culprits behind softer or less consistent erections. As a urologist, I've seen it time and again. Problems in the bedroom can be an early warning sign that your arteries need some help. That's where vitamin K2 comes in. It's like a cleanup crew for your blood vessels. K2 steps in and says, "Hey, calcium, you're in the wrong place." It pulls that calcium out of your arteries and sends it straight to your bones and teeth, where it belongs. By keeping your arteries soft and flexible, K2 makes sure blood can surge through when you need it most. It's like swapping out an old, cracked garden hose for a brand new one that lets water flow freely. And here's why that matters. For an erection to happen, your body releases nitric oxide, a natural chemical that opens up blood vessels. If your arteries are stiff or clogged, that process stalls out, and no amount of desire can overcome it. K2 keeps those vessels ready to respond, so you're always good to go. But the benefits don't stop there. Vitamin K2 is like the perfect teammate for vitamin D3, which we talked about in part 1. D3 pulls calcium into your body to strengthen your bones, but without K2, that calcium can end up in the wrong spots, like your arteries or joints, causing stiffness instead of strength. K2 acts like a traffic cop, guiding every bit of that calcium to your bones, where it builds density and keeps you strong. This teamwork makes D3 and K2 a powerhouse duo, not just for your performance but for your heart and overall health. In fact, doctors often say that trouble with erections can be a red flag for bigger cardiovascular issues down the road. K2 helps you tackle both by keeping your arteries young and your blood flow strong. So, how do you get enough K2? It's not as easy as you might think. The best natural source is natto, a fermented soybean dish from Japan that's packed with K2. But let's be real, most of us aren't eating natto for breakfast every day. You can find smaller amounts in aged cheeses, egg yolks, or organ meats, but those often don't give you enough to make a real difference. That's why supplements are usually the way to go, especially for men over 50 who need steady levels to protect their arteries and keep their vitality high. I've had patients who started taking K2 and noticed their energy and confidence come roaring back, not to mention a big improvement in the bedroom. It's like giving your body the tools to stay youthful, even as the years add up. Here's how to do it right. K2 is fat-soluble, so it needs healthy fats to absorb properly. Take it with your dinner. Pair it with something like salmon, a handful of nuts, or even a drizzle of olive oil on your veggies. Evening is the perfect time because it complements D3, which you're taking in the morning. Together, they work around the clock to keep your arteries clear and your testosterone supported. If you're already on D3, adding K2 is like hitting the turbo button on your results. I've seen guys who thought they were just getting old start feeling like their younger selves again, with stronger morning wood, better stamina, and a renewed sense of confidence. One last thing, consistency is key. K2 isn't a one-and-done fix. It's about building a foundation for long-term health. Stick with it, and over a few weeks, you'll likely notice your energy feels steadier, your body responds better, and you're ready for action when the moment strikes. Pair this with the D3 and B12 we've talked about, and you're setting yourself up for success, not just in the bedroom, but in every part of your life. We've covered some powerful stuff in this series: vitamin D3 to boost your testosterone and circulation, B12 to fire up your nerves and energy, and K2 to keep your arteries flexible and strong. If you missed any of those, go check them out because today we're tying it all together in part 4. This is where the real magic happens. Combining these vitamins the right way to supercharge your vitality and bring back that confident, younger version of you. Let's dive in and talk about timing, synergy, and the simple habits that make these nutrients work even better. So, you've got these 3 powerhouse vitamins, D3, B12, and K2, but taking them randomly won't get you the results you want. It's all about timing and teamwork. Start with vitamin D3 in the morning. Since it's fat-soluble, pair it with a breakfast that's got some healthy fats. Think avocado on toast, a couple of eggs, or a splash of olive oil. This helps your body soak it up and kickstarts your testosterone and blood flow for the day. Then, at night, take vitamin K2 with dinner. K2 also needs fats to absorb properly, so try it with salmon, a handful of nuts, or some roasted veggies with olive oil. Taking D3 and K2 at opposite ends of the day lets them work together to keep your arteries clear and your bones strong while supporting that all-important circulation. Now, vitamin B12 is a bit different. This one's your morning wake-up call. Go for sublingual drops or tablets that dissolve under your tongue. And take them on their own, no food needed. This gets B12 straight into your bloodstream, firing up your nerves and energy levels right from the start. Think of it like flipping the switch to power your day. By spacing these out, D3 with breakfast, B12 alone in the morning, and K2 with dinner, you're setting up a rhythm that keeps your body humming all day long. But here's the deal. These vitamins aren't magic pills. They're like the foundation of a house. You need to build on it with a few simple habits to really see the difference. A 15-minute walk every day gets your blood pumping, making D3 and K2's work on your arteries even more effective. Staying hydrated keeps your blood flowing smoothly, so B12's oxygen delivery can do its job. And don't skimp on sleep. 7 to 8 hours a night is crucial for hormone production, which ties everything together. These small changes are like a booster rocket for the vitamins, helping you feel stronger, sharper, and more confident. Here's the plan. Start today with D3 at breakfast, B12 in the morning, and K2 at dinner. Stick with it for 30 days, and you'll likely notice more energy, better focus, and a real difference in the bedroom. I've seen guys in my practice go from feeling stuck to feeling like their old selves again, stronger, more vibrant, and ready for anything. This isn't about quick fixes. It's about giving your body the tools it needs to work the way it was designed. Don't miss our next video, where I'll break down the top habits that secretly tank your testosterone after 50. Hit that subscribe button, give us a like, and share this with a friend who could use a boost. You're never too old to feel powerful and in control. Let's make it happen with healthy being.